Customers at Lowe's save 5% in every purchase every day. Use the Lowe's Business Credit Account. Okay, so earlier today, I got to start with this before. Let me just do the Des Bryant thing first of all. Okay, which one do you guys want to do? You want to do Josh Rosen? Let's go Josh Rosen. So Josh Rosen was on our show about an hour and a half ago, and the feedback from you, the audience, has been unbelievable. That many of you are saying, "Oh my God, he changed my mind." Here's the thing. Years ago when Cam Newton came out, there were some questions about his personality. Everybody blanched. It's unfair. This is not fair. Why are we all letting Josh Rosen get clubbed? Nobody has a problem with Josh Rosen getting verbally assaulted by everybody. Cam Newton took a couple of hits personality-wise. Everybody freaked out. This is over the line. This is outrageous. I've never seen anything like Josh Rosen. He's arrogant. He's condescending. He's not a good teammate. He's not a good guy. He's impossible to win. That sounds personal to me. And by the way, I never had a problem criticizing Cam or Josh because they are the CEOs. Their personality does matter. If my right guard's a jerk, it could benefit him. Maybe he's angrier. Maybe he plays blocking downhill. If my quarterback's a jerk, it could affect things. So I don't have a problem with you digging really, really deep on the personality of either player. But I brought Josh Rosen on because I think some of it is kind of unfair. There's a momentum that's anti-Josh Rosen going into the draft. And I thought, let's bring him on the show and I asked him questions, quick questions, let him answer. And I think he blew everybody away. And one of the things I talked about is he just too outspoken with the media?
Everyone talks about this millennial generation. I think we're just kind of, people are realizing who we are. I think you can't point to Aaron Rodgers or Peyton Manning being activists on Twitter because they're just of a different generation. But you can point to a J.J. Watt. You can point to a Chris Long as doing great things in the community. I'm going to be me because that's who the people want to see. I mean, the media constantly gets mad at Bill Belichick and all these guys, and even my school's new coach, Chip Kelly, for giving 1-2-word responses, and they're getting mad at him like, give us more. And then I give you guys more, and then you guys lose your minds over it. So, pick which one you want.
That is so true and so funny. I just don't buy into the arguments that a quarterback can be too smart. There's a really fine line between confident and arrogant, and some guys that are confident do become arrogant, and sometimes guys who are arrogant are just simply confident. I think Josh Rosen, my concern has always been durability. If he stays healthy, he's going to be in this league for a decade, and he's going to win a bunch of games, and he's going to be a little bit like Aaron Rodgers. He's going to rub some people the wrong way, say some things in the media you don't like, but there's going to be very few people on planet Earth who let go of the football, and it looks like Josh Rosen. Don't punish him for having an opinion and being too smart. From that into Des Bryant. Des Bryant is not going to become a Baltimore Raven. Yesterday we learned he was not going to become a New York Giant. Today we learn he's not going to become a Baltimore Raven. They've signed Willie Snead. Two teams that could use a wide receiver had an opening, and neither chose Des Bryant. You see this all the time in sports. Athletes, especially perimeter athletes in football, have a window, 22 to 29, maybe 7-8 years max, that they can separate, that they're at peak speed. And then you see guys like Larry Fitzgerald have to move inside. They can't beat people down the field. Larry Fitzgerald was drafted 6 years before Des Bryant and is still playing. And if he was on the market, depending on the price, half the league would go after him. Des Bryant, and I thought everybody knew this, had about 7 years in his physical peak, number one prowess, when you can really, really do things that are magical on the perimeter. And he wasted most of it because talent has always had a ceiling. It really does. Russell Westbrook. Talent has a ceiling. Steph Curry's easier to coach than Westbrook. Steph Curry's easier to play with than Russell Westbrook. Steph Curry listens more, doesn't play with tunnel vision, has more self-awareness. Russell Westbrook's probably more talented. Des Bryant's a cautionary tale. to all young football players, especially those who play closer to the sideline. You've got about 7 years where you will be different physically than the people guarding you. You won't have to be fully committed for those years. Really, you can miss a workout. You can have a bad diet. Your body's just cycling it all out. But what will happen to you if you're one of those guys, and not Calvin Johnson, who was good at the end, not Larry Fitzgerald, not totally committed, is that when you hit 29 years old and you haven't put in the time and you didn't eat right and you weren't as coachable and you didn't learn the route tree to precision, you become Des Bryant. Really, really talented, but talent has always had a ceiling. It's why I'm critical of guys like Westbrook or John Wall. John Wall's now had knee surgeries. He's not quite as quick. That's why I demand when players come in and get franchise money at 21, you better be a grown-up. Because you're going to be asked to do things and commit to things half-assing it's not going to do. And Dez was a world-class talent. He is no longer that. And he didn't put in the time like Larry Fitzgerald, and he didn't put in the time and wasn't as coachable as Calvin Johnson, and here he is. It is just a reminder to all the players in the draft. Doesn't matter how great you are. You got about 7 years. You better come into this league ready to go and as a grown-up. Or you end up at the end, can't land anywhere. Even teams that are desperate for a wide receiver. All right, good final hour. Dante Jones has been fantastic of late. He'll be joining us. Show is just moving. Don't forget the NFL Draft. NFL Draft Thursday. I'll be in the Chargers draft room in Los Angeles. Pen, paper, keeping quiet, zipped up, listening. It's The Herd.